Hi, here we are again, Mrs. Shimko at her home, you at your home, and we are excited to be together. Third week of online art, and this week, instead of answering questions about a piece of art, we are creating a piece of art. I am so excited to see the images that you are going to put together this week. But let's talk for a second about what this might look like. The assignment asks you to look out your window and draw what you see, imagining that there are people there, what it might have looked like in the past, maybe what it might look like in the future, or what it looks like right now, maybe with no people around because people are staying home. It's your choice how you want to do that. But to do that, you're going to need some materials. Now, you might think that as an art teacher, I have so many materials with me all the time. We have a lot of craft materials at my house, I'm not going to lie. But when it comes to drawing materials, I don't have a lot that are just mine. My kids have crayons and markers and different sorts of papers, but I had to rummage around. My sketch pads are at school. They're not doing me a lot of good there. So these are the things that I found. I've been taking notes in this notebook. It was my daughter's. And there's lined paper in here that I've been playing drawing games with. And that's one option. Could you draw on a lined piece of paper? Absolutely, you can draw on a lined piece of paper. In my house, we also use a lot of things that involve cardboard. So if you don't want lines, another option might be to go to the recycling, open up a box. We go through a lot of cereal. And then you could use this space without any lines on it to do your drawing. Either of those are totally okay. Could you use a plain white piece of paper? Sure. Could you use a colored piece of paper? Absolutely. Could you use a Kleenex if you need to? You could. Just make sure you're picking the right drawing material to go on top of it. Sharp pencils and Kleenexes don't work well together. So let's talk about drawing materials for a second. This assignment doesn't tell you what you need to use. So if you want to use a pencil, can you use a pencil? For sure you can use a pencil. I'm always going to recommend that you use a pencil with an eraser in case you make a mistake. So this pencil, I'm not going to use. This pencil, I might use. Could you use a marker if you wanted to? Yeah, I like the idea if I'm going to be drawing on cardboard of using something darker so I can see it better. The problem with a marker or a crayon or a pen is what? That's right, you can't erase it. So that can lend some problems. Could you use a combination of things? For sure. Can you color in your picture when you're done? Absolutely. So, now that we have drawing materials, let's go find a place to draw. I'm going to take you with me on a tour of my house, just some parts. This is the dining room where I spend most of my time. Here's one window that I could sit at that would look outside into my backyard. And that's where my kids play a lot, and that's where I like to spend time. But it's certainly not the place where we see most of our city and most of our neighbors. So I'm going to go this way, into the living room. Now, I'll be honest, this is not how our living room usually looks because we're painting it right now. But if I look out this window, I see the neighbors across the street. I see houses. If there were people walking by, I would see people that were walking by. So what do I need now? I could stand here and draw. I could make that work. But is that the best thing to do? No. What I want to do is set up a space for me to work. So, I need to get something to sit on. In this room, so I don't have to move it around too much, I grabbed this. It's a ladder. It has a place for me to sit, a place for my back, and it allows me to hold something on my lap in front of me. I'm going to put you here for a second. My computer now on the radiator, still here, and sitting on my place to sit. I can hold my writing stuff on my lap. I can look outside. I can do anything I need to do from this space. So I'm going to hang out here. I'm going to draw my picture of my outside, and then next week, I'm going to share it with you. I hope to see what you have. Can't wait to see your assignments. By the way, if you can't attach it to the assignment in a cut and paste method, you can just email it to me or add it as an add work option to the bottom of the assignment. Any questions? Let me know. See you later, friends.